What up, my friends?
What up, dog?
What's up, Cody?
What up, boy?
Boy. just one, the singular.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to Jake right now.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Just wondering if you guys were going to bring up that text conversation.
I was joking the whole time. I
was too.
And I called Cody afterwards, just because sometimes, like, over text, you cannot tell. And I was just like being a dick. I was admittedly being a dick. It was just for fucking around purposes.
Oh yeah, I was enjoying it. It was fun.
You guys got a funny way of showing each other that you love each other.
I mean, I have a pretty like harsh sense of humor. I don't know, like I'm abrasive. I know that.
Oh, all the time.
Even though you guys were like talking to each other only, I felt my feelings were getting hurt. I was like, damn, these guys are taking stabs at each other this morning.
When your friends must roast each other.
Yeah, but you guys were, that's past roast.
You were out for blood, bro.
That's just a normal Sunday morning for me, Don.
Most people go to church on Sunday mornings. Jake makes his friends want to cry.
Yeah. I was immensely hungover. That's probably why I feel like I probably just lashed out. I was like, "Fuck you!" I was like disgustingly like I forced myself to throw up. I was so hungover because I just couldn't.
Nice.
It was like a never-ending, uncomfortable state.
Nice. Well, then it was all worth it.
Yeah. Oh man.
Usually, you start the podcast with a story like this, Cody. I like that it was Jake this time.
Yeah,
that was me. Yeah,
I've been pretty tame lately. I don't know. That's not
tame
true.
Impala, my dude.
Whoa. My wild days went Thursday and Friday this week. Last night I just rested.
Like the Lord himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, he famously rested on a Saturday.
Yeah.
The Sabbath.
Yeah. I watched Miss Marvel.
I was going to ask if you did, but I was trying to wait for a better transition.
Great segue.
Oh.
Speaking of the Sabbath.
Speaking of holy holidays, that was cool. I like that about today's topic. Miss Marvel on Disney Plus. You already know who's here. Do we need introductions? No, because we're cool.
But are we going to give them?
This could be someone's first episode of Comics and Chronic. You never know.
That's true. You're right. I actually never thought about that.
Yeah. Well, I'm Cody Cannon, joined today by my boy who I hate, Jake FH, and my boy who I love dearly, Anthony Inachi.
What up? I'm the lovable one.
Yeah, dude. Miss Marvel was cool. I liked it, to be honest.
Dude, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
I thought it was one of their stronger Marvel Disney Plus shows.
Yes.
I agree. I liked it. We briefly touched on this previously, but I liked it because I felt like if you took away all of the Marvel stuff, it was a cool coming of age teen drama. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
for sure. And the show was definitely the strongest when it was like in high school. I really liked, man, it got that part right, which is so important to Miss Marvel's story. And to some extent, like it felt like it could fit right into Peter Parker's world, you know? The way they got high school superhero down was perfect, I thought. I really liked that part of the show.
Yeah, I agree. It was a great show. Honestly, I don't think there was like the first episode was probably my least favorite.
I actually feel different. I feel like one of the later episodes is my least favorite, but I like the first episode.
Maybe the finale, actually. I don't know. I loved how realistic the introduction into that culture to Pakistani, and it was just really cool. Muslim culture, how it showed them in a very like realistic, like they've already been a part of American society. You know what I mean? Like it felt very authentic. Like even the the cornier family parts, it felt realistic.
Yeah. I dug it, honestly. There were some like weak writing points sprinkled throughout, but nothing that like made me hate it.
Yeah, like I never necessarily felt bored watching it, right? Like I know that was the biggest problem with Moon Knight, where I was like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, no.
Whereas with this
way better
show,
than Moon Knight.
yeah, like, but with this show specifically, like the characters, I just liked pretty much every character. So no matter what the characters were doing, I'm like, cool, I'm entertained. Like I want to see, like I'm invested, like to the point where like when she goes to the mosque and like the leader of the mosque, because I was like, I cared when they like that mosque was about to get like run down by
on the federales.
Yeah, I was like, go, dude.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck
like that
yeah.
dude too, because he was low-key kind of a dick in the beginning.
Yeah,
like with not letting the girl on the board and everything, you know, just like into like old school ways. But
yeah, and like
cool.
and like how that he told them to be quiet when they were like giggling or whatever.
Yeah. But then he started dropping like pearls of wisdom.
Yeah,
and
dude,
saw, like,
he was dropping straight nugs of wisdom.
Straight nugs. Dank nugs.
Dank
nugs.
Dank nugs of wisdom. Yeah.
That's what you get with Ms. Marvel.
Yeah.
No, I'm so glad that you both like it, that we all like it, because number one, we want Marvel to be doing good shit, and I want more stuff like this, man. This did feel also like MCU, like the flavor of MCU from, I want to say back in the day, and that sounds so weird to say because it's not that long ago, but like original phases MCU when they were getting it right with a new character. Like she's such a good new character. I want to see more of her.
Yeah. She was cool.
Yeah, and I liked that her costume was kind of like all pieced together. I really liked her final costume.
I liked her final costume too, I'll be honest.
Yep, it looked great.
And I liked that it was all pieced together with like traditional like every part of it kind of had its own like little story, and I liked that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, that was cool. And
my one complaint would be like what it seems like with every MCU show, it's almost like giving you just a small hint of their new costume that we're going to see, you know, in a movie most likely.
Yeah.
You know,
which sucks because, and I get it because it's all origin tales, but it's like also like I'm down. I want to see these superheroes in their superhero garb
for sure.
Also, I hate that there really wasn't much of a big bad.
Right?
Dude, I disagree. For almost like the third new phase MCU project in a row, the big bad is toxic mothers.
Yeah, I knew Jake was going to say
that. Dude, I picked it up right away. I was like, "Oh, really? Another one? What is up with the Marvel?" Like, is that's what the M in MCU stands for? It's for the Mother Cinematic Universe. and like all the evil moms in the shows, they're going to form their own like Dark Avengers squad.
Oh, maybe Kevin Feige has really bad mommy issues.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's like, how can we make people resent their moms with this show?
Yeah, he hates his mom.
Jake, you're really picking up on that because it's been happening in all the MCU shows. I did feel like that.
Like you thought I was joking at first, but now it's like it's low-key. It's like the third thing now.
Yeah,
that's so fucking funny.
But by the end of the series, I did like the mom way more. Like I agree. I was like, the mom's cool. She's trying to help her.
Even the other mom, what's his name's mom? The other dude, Cameron or Cameron from Dipset.
Cameron.
Dude, Cameron from it would have been way cooler.
I think Ms. Marvel should cast Cameron next season.
Yeah, no, but just have him play himself. Like, Cameron from Dipset. What are you doing here?
Like, you know, in the last episode when they're all forming the plan in the high school to fight, and it's pretty much like a all hands in moment. I feel like it would be cool if it was like that and the camera's going around. It's like, her family, her brother, her friends, and like Cameron.
Oh, shit. I thought you were going to say, and then Hey Ma starts playing. Like you hear the piano.
That actually would be cool.
Yeah, right.
Dude, that would be sick.
Yeah. So.
Dude, I liked that moment too. Even though I didn't feel like there wasn't like a normal bad guy, I did like that, like, it wasn't like it felt almost like a Home Alone battle than it felt like a Marvel battle. Does that make
in the
sense?
school at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, you're right. It was, or it's like a Hook final battle.
Yeah, where these guys are like have shockwave guns and they're just shooting them with softballs.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, how do we deal with this?"
Yeah.
We're damage control. We deal with not mutants. Oh, but I'm glad that was a good flip.
Yeah.
But we're damage control. We deal with metahumans all the time, but we can't handle these kids.
Yeah, right? Damn it, foiled by childish games.
Yeah, they were like a couple fire extinguishers and we're all wearing the same hoodie. How do we solve this?
Also, like,
figure it out.
To me, one of the like weaker writing things was the woman who like called on the assault.
Yeah.
After being like directly ordered not to and thinking that there would like, what? Come on, like.
Oh yeah, she sucked. I didn't like her character.
She sucked. I thought it was going to be at most maybe they would tie her to like Valentina,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
see, like damage control in the comics is just like the cleanup crew. They're not supposed to be like this shield
FBI, CIA.
Yeah, it was kind of weird with that. Yo, can I bring up at the end with the fucking cops? That was copaganda.
Oh, dude. Well,
I didn't like that.
It was super copaganda. I agree too. I didn't like that at all when they all like stood in line and everyone.
Yeah, it's like, we'll protect the Muslim people. Like, fuck no, you won't.
Yeah.
Fuck no, you won't. NYPD, get the fuck out of here.
NYPD.
Well, technically, it was New Jersey Police Department.
Oh, right, even worse.
She lived across the river, where they're known to be, friends to the Muslims. And so.
Yeah, no, that's the point. Like. It's unrealistic in a really negative way is what I mean, like
I agree. I think it's also like, dude, like I don't want to ever root for the cops.
Fuck no.
There's rarely ever like a situation where
I'm rooting for the cops.
Yeah.
Also,
unless it's like Detective Jimmy McNulty from The Wire.
My favorite thing about this episode of the podcast is Anthony's only complaint about unrealism in a Marvel superhero show is that the cops are good guys.
That's where it lost me, really. I was like, whoa, look at her powers.
So wait, what did we, because even though like we all, I'm sure, agreed it's cool, like, do we wish that she, like, how did you guys feel about how they changed her from being able to like be super stretchy and whatnot from the bracelet?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the whole show revolves around the bracelet. So
sorry, what is Miss Marvel's powers in the comics?
She can basically shapeshift. So like stretchy powers is like part of that, I guess, but like she could just morph her body into anything. So she could become bigger, she could
like
become
really
smaller.
Giant, smaller, yeah.
Yeah, like her hands get bigger, that's a huge thing. Or like the way she became tall at the end was another complaint I had about the show besides the unrealistic propaganda was also was the fact that like obviously the show had a smaller budget, so they couldn't pull off like even with her powers, like they had to like show her like feet or like very small glances and angles at the way she was using her powers. And you couldn't really see like a full, like I remember one scene where her mom is seeing her as Miss Marvel for the first time. And you see her mom like react to her and you hear her using her powers, but they don't show it to you at all.
There's a few scenes of that actually. Now that you said that, there's actually the scene, I think in the last episode when her father is on the roof with her. And they talk, and then she goes off.
Yeah, exactly.
You see the dad looking up, and like, what? Let us see it.
Yeah. By the way, I love the dad. He was a great character.
He was cool. Like,
I actually liked he was like the Hulk.
Yeah, that was cool.
I liked the brother too.
Yeah, the brother was cool too.
Yeah.
Brother was cool.
Dude, the wedding was a dope episode.
Yes,
Fun episode.
the dance scene was cool. Let's have more of that in the MCU. Why not?
You know what I didn't like, and I feel like I need to shout out because, dude, fucking Bruno being treated like a little cuck, basically.
Oh yeah, you're gonna do that to our boy Bruno? No.
Yeah.
The only Italian character in the MCU. What are you doing?
Well, also it's like, dude, he loves her clearly, doesn't get reciprocated, which is totally fine, but also like takes a rifle butt to the face in the last episode.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, I'm not. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not about to get rifle butt in the face if I've got no ass. Are you kidding me?
Dude.
Yeah, that's why Bruno's a hero, dude.
That's honestly, I know you didn't intend it, but that little analogy, the statement you made, that's gonna sit with me, buddy. That's gonna come with me into my personal life.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, Cody, why are you wearing your
It wasn't the head of a Muslim church that is the only one dropping nuggets. That's what I'm trying to say. It took way too long to say that. Come on.
Yeah, it took so long. Like, wait, what was Jake's nugget of truth? Wait, what did he say?
He said, "I ain't taking rifle butts to the face for no ass."
You should make a screen cap of the head of the mosque with that quote. That's what it said.
Yes.
Yeah,
Dude, that would be awesome.
The power of that joke forced Jake back in his seat.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
What were you asking me though, Anthony, that I interrupted?
Oh fuck, what was that?
It was something about the way I look or something.
Oh yeah, why are you wearing a shirt that says security?
Yeah, wait,
Oh.
why are you wearing
It was just the undershirt that I wore under my button up today.
Gotcha. Just a random shirt you have.
Yeah, I got this shirt. Honestly, I got this shirt because I was a part of a bridal party a couple of years ago, and I was the only dude in the bridal party.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so all of them got like lady oriented shirts that were like, "Oh, she's my best friend," and stuff like that. And they thought it would be hilarious to just give me one that says security because I was the only dude.
You should wear that, like hang outside of a bar. And so like when people come, like they give you
Yeah, I
the
would
IDs
believe it.
automatically. You're like, all right, so
Yeah, I can start.
$10 cover. I'm like, all right. And then like you just go and you pocket like $100.
Yeah, a real quick in and out job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow, that security guard's really nice. We don't have a security guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go to places that normally don't, like an Applebee's or something.
Dude, that's hilarious. Yeah. Did you guys peep the picture I sent you of the 10 rings?
Yes. Ooh, let's
Wait,
talk
what
about
was that?
that.
I
So
didn't
that's
see it yet.
yeah, I sent that in the group text because I noticed it right away, and I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, I wonder if those are 10 circles, and I counted them, and there's 10. And I feel like, given everything we've seen from Shang-Chi, like there's no way that's a
Oh, there's a connection there
Not
because they
intentional. There's gotta be a
find the
connection
bangle
there,
in that temple where the 10 rings are.
yeah.
That's where that's where that part is from. Yeah.
So I also wonder if like the 10 rings, they wear them around their wrists and their arms, if that's related to the bracelet in any way, shape, or form. Because they also, both in this one and in Shang-Chi, they're like, oh, it gives off like an old energy. Like when Wong was like, how old is this thing? It seems like someone was like, it's like thousands of years old.
Yeah. Ooh, good connection.
And then this one, the dude was like, oh, it's a primordial energy from the bracelet. So
So in Shang-Chi, we see Captain Marvel in that scene where when they're talking about the beacon. So maybe in her movie, because so we see at the end of Miss Marvel, at the very end, Kamala's in her room and some weird shit happens. The bangle's like doing some stuff. It's glowing. And then boom, Brie Larson, Captain Marvel's in the room. And it's
Miss
like they
Marvel's
switch
gone.
places. Yeah, Miss Marvel's
Yeah.
gone. Which implies, so in the comic, the original Captain Marvel has the nega bands. And he could switch places with a regular human Rick Jones, who was just like teenage sidekick to the Avengers. So they would switch places, and like when you switch places, you wind up in the negative zone, which is like Fantastic Four level stuff, where like the negative zone is a different place where it's like a different dimension. Who knows if that's where they're going with that? But to go back to the 10 rings, I'm sure there's a connection with the Bengals and what Shang-Chi could do. I don't know what that connection is, but obviously we're starting to see some things in Phase 4 finally be relevant to each other.
Connect to each other, yeah.
Well, I mean, there's also that big X-Men Easter egg.
Ooh, let's talk about that too, yeah.
Both, I like the music. It's the 90s shit.
Yeah. I had to rewind because I was like, did I just hear, like, he said mutant and then it was like,
yeah, it was that. I was like, oh, nice.
I love that it's that one. Oh, that was like one of my biggest wishes.
Yeah, they seem to be leading heavy into like 90s X-Men, shit. I think that's pretty cool.
And what's the next X-Men project? X-Men 97.
True.
It's got to be connected. Like, there's no way. Why would you use that theme song? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
They have years of backstory to just bring the X-Men in. You know what I mean? I think that's the best opportunity.
It was also the same music in Doctor Strange too, when Charles came.
Yeah, when we see Professor X.
X in his classic yellow thingy.
Yeah.
Damn.
So what do you guys think that she's a mutant? Classically in the comics, she's an Inhuman. That doesn't bother me in the slightest.
See, you know what? Okay, that doesn't bother me. What did bother me was when you first meet that dude's Cameron's mom and Kill Cam's mom and
Kill Cam's mom,
and she keeps
Cam mom.
Yeah, Cam mom.
and another toxic mom, by the way.
That's what dude. There were like 5 toxic moms in this show. But yeah, so what's it called? Fuck, what was I meant to say?
The mom, something about Cam mom.
Oh, okay. So when she rescues Kamala, like in the early episode, like when you first meet her, and she's like, "What are you?" She's like, "Well, we're a different race, dude." I don't know about you, but when I was listening to it, she's like, "We've been called this or that and that." I was like, "Are you Inhumans, right?" And then they're like, "Jinn," and I was like, "Oh." What? I really thought they were going to go say Inhumans.
Right. I don't think like that's so here's what I'm thinking. Like, I feel like as soon as he says you might be a mutant, she's like, that's just another label people are going to put on me. It might not mean anything. Like in the comics, really at first she does think she's a mutant, but then so the whole reason Inhumans even became a thing in more recent years is because Marvel didn't have the rights to the X-Men movies for a while. So they're like, fuck it. We're not going to make the X-Men a big deal anymore. We're going to make Inhumans a big deal so we can make more money off of them. But who gives a fuck about Inhumans? Not a lot of
cares.
people.
Nobody cares.
It's not like, oh yeah, Black Bolt. I know him. I mean, we like him.
It's like, you know Black Bolt and you know of him what limited interesting history he had. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
I liked how he was used in Doctor Strange too. I don't necessarily need to see a Black Bolt movie.
Right. But I guess Inhumans don't seem off the yeah. Like, I don't think we're ready for that yet.
Dude, but what if you did it like A Quiet Place, where the whole movie is dumb quiet?
Ooh, that could be cool.
There is a really good Black Bolt comic by Saladin Ahmed, and it's all about Black Bolt in a prison in space, and he doesn't really have his powers, but he's with the Absorbing Man, and they have to find a way to escape. And it's really cool. It's I would love to do an episode on that if you guys are willing to read that. But it's a really cool 12-issue standalone.
Nice.
It made me appreciate Black Bolt as a character a bit more since I haven't read too much about him.
I also find it interesting that it was Absorbing Man.
Dude, he's really cool.
Like obscure, like Marvel old characters.
Yeah. But he's also just like, I guess in more recent years they make him more of a reformed villain, and that's part of the story's part of that.
I thought at some point they also made him like stupid powerful in the comics.
Yeah, no, you could do a lot with Absorbing Man. Like, he can absorb Thor's hammer.
Oh, that's sick.
I've seen, or that might have just been in the cartoon. Anyway, we're getting way off track. Let's get back to, oh no, I guess, yeah, Black Bolt is relevant, I guess. But Miss Marvel's, so the fact that they say she's a mutant, right? And we see that she doesn't have her comic accurate powers. That's probably a budget reason, or maybe there's a story reason. Like maybe her mutant gene or inhuman gene, whatever it might be, but they're saying it's mutant, isn't activated yet.
Maybe.
I
agree with you. What if it gets activated when she finds the second bracelet? Because remember, there's supposed to be 2.
Right. Well,
Only
Captain
has that
Marvel
one.
might have the other one. That might be what's going on there. But I guess what I'm saying is we might see her like she has powers from the bracelet, but I guess her family, it's like a legacy thing where her family has powers for whatever reason. Like her great grandma is like, I don't know where she came from, but she
was from another dimension. She was from a gym. Yeah, she was toxic, dude.
Right.
You guys, y'all are underestimating toxic maternity.
So I guess the show itself just kind of gets away from the fact that she's not really getting her powers from a mutant gene. It's just something extra this dude found in her.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to speculate because it's just like to me, it doesn't matter. It's like, cool, she's a mutant.
Also, who the fuck is Bruno? Is he on Charles Xavier's level of being a geneticist? You know what I mean? Like, come on, dog.
Yeah, and why is he the only person finding this out? Like, there's got to be other mutants in the world if she's also exist. You know.
Oh,
unless she's really the first one in the world, which is an interesting take on
dude,
Marvel.
She's not. They already established in WandaVision that Wanda's a mutant.
Yeah, but I guess, yeah. Did they ever say mutant? I just feel like they're more explicit.
Her flashback is because up until that scene, you think her powers were strictly from the whatever stone, the stone that experimented on her and her brother. And you find out that when that Stark missile came in Sokovia, whatever, and hit the fucking her building, she like as a kid, she like go back and watch this episode. Like she goes, she stops it. So she already had something in her before the stone like was experimented on her. So I think it's implied that like Wanda's one of the first.
No, okay, that makes sense.
I mean, I don't know how they'll bring them in, but regardless, I'm honestly really excited.
Yeah, I'm glad we're finally hearing more about mutants.
Yeah, I hope it's cool. I hope it's awesome. Dude, people have been saying Carl Urban for Wolverine.
That would honestly be sick.
I would be down with that. Butcher.
Yeah.
And he's Australian. He's New Zealand, that actor, so he could probably do it good.
Is he?
Yeah, Carl Urban's New Zealand.
For some reason I thought he was American.
No, he's a Kiwi.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see him as Wolverine. I mean, he could do it. I mean, he's already in the MCU as did he die in Ragnarok?
He does die. He sacrifices himself.
Okay, so so you could be someone else. He would look completely different anyway, so.
Yeah. I mean, dude, so like, yeah, never mind. I was about to go off topic again.
I mean, if we're talking about like X-Men and shit, like I think it's relevant to
I was talking about that supposed Doom casting that we saw the other day.
Dude.
Wait, which one? Which one?
Javier Bardem is Doom. Dr. Doom.
What do you think of that? What do you guys actually want that to be?
Yeah, I don't care.
Dude, I would take it. Did you hear who they're
I think he'd be good.
Did you hear who the people that they might be casting in as the Fantastic Four?
No.
Oh, I heard the guy from You as Reed Richards, right? Is that which one you're
I don't know
talking
if
about?
that's the guy from You. Who did you hear as Susan Storm?
I heard Nancy from Stranger Things.
See, then I think we're being fed bullshit from different directions.
Yeah, you guys are being fed lies.
Probably, yeah. There's a ton of rumors going around, yeah.
Because what I saw was I don't remember who was Reed, honestly. It was somebody that I'm not too familiar with. And then it was Amanda Seyfried as Susan Storm.
That could be
and
cool. That's a good cast.
Oh, she'd be good.
The other dude, the young dude from Stranger Things. That's
Joe Keery as Human Torch. I saw that too, yeah.
Joe,
that would be interesting. Joe Keery could do Human Torch.
Which one is that in Stranger Things?
Steve.
He's the older. Yeah, he's Steve.
Oh, the older. Yeah,
the redhead girl.
Steve.
No, is he the older brother of that girl?
No. He's like he was in the first season. He's the bully in the first season, and then he becomes their friend.
Yeah, and he's kind of the one that's always babysitting or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, he's a jock at first.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that could be cool.
Yeah, I think he could do it. I mean, there's nothing really like he's not like the best actor in the world, but I could see him pull it off. He could be Human Torch.
See, I kind of want a cooler squad. I want more like Miles Teller.
Teller
and Michael B. Jordan.
Oh.
Those other two actors who I don't remember their names.
And then we'll get Michael Chiklis as Thing. We'll switch it up. Like we'll combine the Fantastic Four movies.
Dude, low key, I would kind of be down since if we're doing like other dimensions and parallel universes, if like there was a callback to the old Fantastic Four, with Chris Evans and Jessica Alba and all that. I think now they would be appreciated more in the same way that Andrew Garfield was appreciated when he was No Way Home. They'd be like,
and Chris Evans himself said he's more willing to come back as the Human Torch than Cap at this point.
exactly.
So I'm sure he could do something cool, like as a more seasoned superhero
Human
actor.
Torch. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't really give a fuck about the Fantastic Four. I'm just concerned about that Doom.
Yeah. It's weird that so they're doing a solo Doom movie.
Maybe, I don't know. I feel like Doom. If we're gonna see him pop up anytime soon, it's gonna be in Wakanda forever.
Oh, for sure.
What? Why? Why do you say that?
It didn't in that rumored thing. Didn't it say that he was going to be like a foil to Wakanda?
Maybe.
And Latveria was going to be a Mediterranean country or something.
Oh, see, in the rumor with Javier Bardem, it said he was going to be a conquistador.
That's from it's in the Mediterranean rather than Latveria is.
Spain is near. Spain is near Mediterranean, so
yeah. But I would say that just comic wise, so Wakanda Forever. The rumor is, but there's art that leaked, and I'm pretty sure it's true. Namor is going to be either the villain or a big character, and I'm not saying Doom is going to be like a big role, but I would guess that if we see him pop up, maybe in a post credits or something, it's that because he has some sort of relationship with Namor.
Well, or it would be cool if that too, but you see okay, whatever Black Panther 2 is, maybe a sweet Wakanda versus Atlantis thingy. And maybe post credits, Doom is the one who's pulling the strings, planting certain events to get countries fight one another. You know what I mean? I think that would be
he would in the comics.
Like he would in the comics, and you could even see him in costume, looking at everyone has a hologram globe map now. He's
No, that would be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I'd be down for a solo. Dude, Dr. Doom is cool. He's literally he's a fucking doctor. He has medical knowledge. He has medical knowledge.
He's got a degree.
Yeah, he's got a degree. He's got multiple degrees. He's literally a fucking dude. You ever read that? He also knows sorcery. He's not just a scientist. He got trained.
He's a magic user.
He got trained by a gypsy to do magic.
Yeah, because doesn't his wife die or something like that, or
his mother?
Yeah,
his mother. There's a whole comic where he gets Doctor Strange to try to go with him to hell to save his mother's soul. It's really cool.
Shit, that's cool.
Art's amazing for that. It's a classic comic. It's one of those old school.
Do they have to make a deal with Mephisto?
No,
I think so. Yeah, he's involved. Yeah, Mephisto has Doctor Doom's mom's soul, so
he does.
He really does. Fuck Mephisto, man.
Dude, I can't wait till they bring him in.
They're never gonna bring him in. That's a dumb guy.
No, but I agree. I hope that, honestly, we deserve, dude, Doom deserves so much better than he's been dealt.
Yeah.
It's time to put Doom at the level that he's a force to be reckoned with in the comics.
Yeah, because he's constantly, whether it be the Fantastic Four or the Avengers, he's taking on an entire squad by himself.
Oh yeah, dude. Doom will throw hands with anybody.
Yeah.
Solo dolo Doom, maybe just some Doom bots, but otherwise it's him, his gizmos,
his
intellect, superior, and his massive iron fucking Doom suit. I love that thing. I love his costume. Dr. Doom has one of the best costumes.
Hell yeah. And the way they did cinematic justice for Thanos, that's what we need.
Yeah,
I think that's what we need for Doom, where people who you didn't know would be like, oh, you know who Thanos is? Now people know Doom out of nowhere.
Dude, okay. I'm just going to have a crazy pipe dream right here. Okay, so it's cool. We meet Doom however we meet him, but it's cool that if his set up lore within the MCU, especially if he's gonna have Doom bots. What if he is was near Sokovia, or what if you find out Latveria is near Sokovia, and he scavenged for all the leftover Ultron bots and parties and builds his own Doom bots. That way,
a reverse Tony Stark almost for the MCU.
Basically,
that would be cool.
Yeah, because Doom is basically honestly,
he is Tony Stark
cooler.
Level. Yeah.
But he took the darker path.
Yeah, he took the darker path.
Yeah, no, that would be sick. Isn't it so interesting if you listen to our Thor Ragnarok episode and the taste it left in our mouth for the future of the MCU was just really sour. And when I would saying certain things about the future, you guys were like, who gives a fuck? This movie sucked and I don't care. But it's so cool that Miss Marvel changed that immediately. It was just cool. Now I care about the future of the MCU. That's what we want, Marvel, MCU, Kevin Feige. Like, do better shit like this, and we'll appreciate it.
Hey, Kevin, make sure you get a hold of Cody Feige.
Yeah.
Call his peoples. Let's set something up. We're like sitting, you're like, okay, so Kevin, this is what we get.
Kevin, baby, listen.
Kevin, You know what I always wanted to do at a job interview?
Mm-hmm.
You know when they ask you, like, at the end, you're just like, oh, so, you know, do you have any questions? I would like to be like, yes, would you like to ask me anything? And then like, flip it on them and see how they react.
Oh, like ask them if they have any questions?
Yeah, exactly.
Like before they ask you, just be like, hey, do you have any questions before I leave?
Yeah.
That would be a boss move.
Yeah, that'd be a boss way to leave a job interview. Do you have any questions before I leave?
Or they might just think you're an idiot and be like, you don't get the job.
I think depending on how you pull it off, though, it could be whatever. At least they'll remember you.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like we don't have much more to say about Ms. Marvel.
I'll say this. I think it's also because it's kind of a short show. Each episode is
super short. I wish it was longer. I want to be in that world a little more. I want to be in her New Jersey high school more to see like stories where she's like saving people like at the bodega and shit like that. Like that's the kind of stuff that made the show really fun to watch.
It was a pretty woke show too. Like
for sure.
Her lingo with like labels and she was pretty woke.
Yeah.
But I don't think in too much of a heavy-handed way. Like the characters weren't annoying about it to me. I wasn't like turned off from the show so much
because I was on their side until I agree with your criticism, the copaganda thing.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck this, these CIA motherfuckers coming in.
Yeah,
and then with the cops, and they're like, I was like, what? Like that would not happen.
No,
not at all. Yeah.
There's not a single.
There is
world.
nothing in actual history that has led me to believe that cops would actually do that.
If a Pakistani teenager with an ancient magical bangle was fighting another dude with ancient magical powers, the cops wouldn't help fire them. Come on.
Crazy. Yeah, exactly.
So unrealistic.
For that reason.
I did like. Yeah, for that reason alone. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if that's going to affect the score, though.
It's going to affect it for me.
Oh, I was going to say I really like the animations that they were doing throughout the show. I thought that was pretty cool.
That was cool too. I like that too, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like they let it slack a little bit towards the end.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was one of the things that brought me in right away.
It was endearing. It was like the show was a very endearing show. I liked, like you said, I liked all the characters. I liked her.
Yep.
As Kamala Khan.
Yeah. Iman Vellani is so good. She's like naturally Miss Marvel. Like you see interviews of her, she's just Miss Marvel. And she fucking knows everything about the MCU. Like she's a fucking MCU fangirl to the max. As Miss Marvel should be. Like that's how she is in the comics. It's so cool. She's the real deal.
I feel like unlike Thor, this movie was geared towards kids in the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found myself enjoying the kid high school humor. I like the principal. That dude was funny as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one dude. He's a comedian.
Oh, the guidance counselor, you mean?
Oh, the guidance counselor.
Was that who that was? Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him, honestly. I thought he was funny.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Funny as fuck.
That's what I mean. Like, how often does a show have pretty much... I can't complain about any of the characters. They were all like a hit for me.
Yeah.
You know?
No, they were cool.
I even liked...
cool.
Her whole family was likable. I really liked, and I was surprised, episode 5 was different from the rest of the show. It was
the one
weird
when
that
they're back in 1942 or whatever.
Yeah, it was weird that in the whole show, like in a 6-episode show, they would do something so like deviating from that high school aspect.
I don't know
if
it needed to be that long.
Right, but I did like it. That's what I'm saying. Shockingly, I guess, because I did like the high school part.
They just wanted to show you that along with powers, toxic mothers are something that go through lineage.
Exactly. That toxic motherhood could literally break interdimensional barriers.
Yeah.
Dude, she even with her dying breath through the void is like, Cameron, fuck you. Like, like curses him and he has like power that he can't control. Like, dude, he's like, no, my mom. I was like, nah, dude. I think that's all. Yeah, this is all about generational trauma.
Yeah. No, it really was. And then that moment she has with her mom and grandma where they kind of
that was an endearing moment. I like that moment.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah.
I'll say this. I liked the Pakistan episode because unlike every movie in America where Pakistan is portrayed, it wasn't like dirt huts with like a yellow lens on. You know what I mean? Like it's always this
exactly.
rundown. Like
she was hanging with her family. Like they were like, this is what we do every day. Like if that's houses. A tourist place, but this is if you want to check this out. Yeah.
It was portrayed like, you know how like when Mexico's always in movies, it's always like just dirty and never like actually like Mexico City or all the cities. Like
it's like like my brain isn't working.
I know.
Like those like 10, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just buildings.
Is that like Sicario?
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that we heard about Kang and we haven't heard much about him.
Yeah, we haven't heard about him since Loki, to be honest.
But that bangle allowed her to travel back in time. That might be something.
Dude, she's going to be key for Kang's master plan.
Maybe. Or maybe Kang is like, maybe Kang isn't collecting anything like Infinity stones, but he is collecting maybe artifacts in the MCU that are like the bangles and shit like that. Might be a possibility.
You know what I think would be a cool thing for any universe to do, whether it's Marvel or DC? But like, okay, so say they set up like Kang, he's the new big bad, he's the new Thanos. I think it would be cool to see an Avengers movie like Infinity War was so dope because honestly, it's the first movie almost ever where the superheroes lose.
Yeah.
Like they lost. They failed. And I think it would be cool. Like another big bad threat is pretty much about to, dominate. And due to some other villain's plans, like maybe Doctor Doom takes out Kang. And like for his own purposes. I think it'd be cool to see like a villain save the universe only to pull off their maniacal plan rather than have someone else thwart it,
Yeah.
You know what? That's funny that you say that because that's kind of what Secret Wars is. Like Doom.
I've never read Secret Wars, so yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Secret Wars, which is what most people are assuming this is all leading towards, with Doom getting godlike powers from the Beyonder and creating his own universe, but kind of like saving everyone at the same time because incursions are happening. So that tracks.
I just realized I forgot something in the Thor episode. Did you guys notice? Sorry, I'm going to say it before I forget it. Did you guys notice in the last scene, or when Thor is fighting Christian Bale in the end with the kids and everything? They're in that giant hall. Did you notice one of the statues was the Watcher?
I was just thinking about that. Yes.
Yeah,
and that it kind of looked like the TVA place. If you think about that,
it did. You're right. It did actually.
Exactly. So. Yeah, that's weird. You know what? I was thinking before this. I was like, we didn't bring that up.
I didn't bring that up either, and I totally
just
remembered it right now.
Because we didn't care about the future of the MCU when we watched Thor. Now we do.
I want the future of the MCU to be bright and sunny.
Yeah. So maybe the Young Avengers are the key to that. Hawkeye was great, and I feel like Hawkeye. That Haley Steinfeld and Miss Marvel teaming up and meeting each other. I want to see Miss Marvel meet Spider-Man. I want to see her interact with Tom Holland's Peter Parker. That would be, I think, pretty fun.
I want them to start linking, like, you can expand all the universes, whether it's Spider-Man's or Miss Marvel, or like Daredevil, like have all these New York street level characters interact with one another. That's what I want to see.
I think it's going to start happening.
A lot of the Marvel universe takes place in New York City alone. Yeah. It even extends as far as the 914 because the X-Men mansion is in Westchester.
Yeah, Westchester. I think we're going to start seeing that in She-Hulk, at least with some of the rumors I heard. Like, I think a wild rumor that's not going to happen. There's a rumor that The Thing is going to be in She-Hulk. I don't think personally that's going to happen.
The Thing? Huh.
Yeah. But I also am hearing that, Matt Murdock might pop up to your point. Like he's in New York.
Dude, I'm down. I want to see Daredevil. I want to see Daredevil clap back.
Yeah. I want to see him too, man. I'm definitely personally, I'm excited now for future stuff.
Yeah,
thanks, Miss Marvel.
I hope it's cool.
You know what? I didn't even like Captain Marvel. Like I'm not a fan of Brie Larson.
I don't like Captain Marvel at all.
I remember I'm the only one who
does. Cody's the only one that likes.
I started rewatching it because I'm like, let me, give it another shot. But I don't know. She's just so cardboard for me. She's kind of like how I felt about Natalie Portman's Jane Foster Thor. It's not doing it for me. But I'm all for Ms. Marvel season 2, Ms. Marvel the movie.
The Marvels. They said she will return
the
in
Marvels.
The Marvels.
Spectrum's probably going to be in that too. I love her. I love anyone except main Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I'm down for. Well, how many Joe Pesci's have we given this ish?
Copaganda alone takes it down to a 4.5 for me.
You know what? I was gonna say even before Copaganda point 4.5, maybe even 5. But now because the Copaganda like rubs me the wrong way, I'm keeping it at 4.5.
I think I'm going to be extra generous, and I just like this so much. I'm giving it a 5.5.
Nice.
I really like this show.
No, honestly, I liked it a lot. I didn't. I just hate cops.
See what you did?
No, I thought there were like some writing plot points and just like some weak.
And they were just like
it was still a good show, but like
I just didn't care about that woman that like was the evil cop.
Yeah, she sucked.
Yeah,
like, what was the point of that?
And I didn't really care for Cam Mom.
Cam Mom, yeah, she could have been better.
I liked her. She was creepy as fuck, though. Honestly,
she had a creepy look, though. Yeah,
she had a creepy face.
Stare.
Yeah. Well, I'd be terrified if like that woman came out of nowhere and scared the shit out of me.
Well, her name is Cam Mom. If you look in the credits,
Cam Mom. Yeah, so no, like I did like it a lot. I just don't think it's a 6.
Yeah.
So, like, no matter what,
that's fair.
I'd say, like, as far as Marvel Disney Plus, probably in the upper half, but somewhere around the middle ranking.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say in the top for me. Honestly, it definitely ranks in the top. What If was I hated Moon Knight. What If I didn't really like too much. It was cool, but Falcon Winter Soldier, I was lukewarm about. But man, this Loki. I say this Loki, hockey, wow, hockey, WandaVision.
Hockey. Dude, I'm not putting Hawkeye. I like Hawkeye, but I'm not putting it anywhere near my top.
I liked it a lot.
Oh, okay. My top would probably be like Loki, Winter Soldier, Falcon, Vision, and then this one.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd put this probably about
the top 4. Yeah.
No, that's. I think it's definitely worth. I think it's worth a watch. Out of more recent MCU shows and projects, including movies, check it out.
It's way better than Thor, man.
Yeah, easily.
Way better than Thor.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, if they would have taken just like a good bit of the money from Thor and put it into the show.
Yeah, right. It deserved it.
Cool. Well,
that's it.
Suck a fart, dudes.
Suck a fart. I'll do no such thing. Well, guess what? This also means that for the rest of the summer, we're talking Sopranos.
Oh,
Sopranos summer is in full effect right now.
Nice. That's sick.
We're not going to be talking about comic book stuff for a few episodes.
Also, dude, can I just say R.I.P. Tony Sirico?
Isn't it Sirico? Isn't it Tony Sirico?
I think I pronounce it different every time. I don't know. Is it Sirico or Sirico?
Ooh.
I mean, honestly, yeah, Paulie Walnuts. And that's not.
But yeah, no, seriously, R.I.P.
to the go.
We said it in The Boys. We say it again this week.
I know, but I think it's hitting me still, man. Paulie Walnuts.
I haven't seen Jake hit this hard by a celebrity since Prince.
Yeah. Prince did fuck with me. That sucked.
Yeah, it did. It was a terrible time.
That was a bad death. That and like Philip Seymour Hoffman.
That one was crazy.
That one was crazy. Yeah, it's like crazy heroin addict. Dude, hey, sorry. What happened with that comedian Jack Knight that died?
Ooh,
who's that?
I mean,
he's
young dude,
young black comedian.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, no, I've seen some of his stuff. He's funny.
Supposedly, he killed himself.
Whoa, really? You heard that?
Damn.
I didn't know they released anything.
They haven't, but that's like word on the street.
I assumed drugs because he was young, 28.
Yeah. No, supposedly he took his own life.
Damn. Well, thanks for tuning in to Copies.
Such a wholesome fucking episode.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry.
That's insane.
Oh,
God, that fucked me up a little bit.
sorry to that dude.
Oh God.
Jack Knight.
You said R.I.P. Jack.
I don't mean that jokingly. I just can't stop laughing now. So, anyways, now I don't know how to end it.
I think you did what you had to do.
You did what you had.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening,
Thanks
guys.
for listening, guys. Rate us on Spotify.
Tell your loved ones how important they are.
Oh God, Cody, that was worse. That was like rubbing salt in the already open sore. Oh God. But yeah.
Oh. All right, I'm cutting it off there.
Hi, you're listening to Comics and Chronic, and I'm Jake Feige.
I'm Cody Cannon.
And I'm Anthony Iannaccio.
And you can tune in every Thursday to hear new episodes of Comics and Chronic.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Comics and Chronic. That's Comics, the letter N, Chronic.
We'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Peace.